Hello there, everyone. My name is CM Freeze, and this is going to be my official video on what do I think of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now, from the title, you can see that I called myself a Call of Duty Zombies veteran. What I mean by that is I started playing Zombies Black Ops 1 on Kino, and since Black Ops 1 on Kino, I have played through every single Zombies game, including non-Treyarch, and have had to go through even the trash games. I even played through Vanguard. I even played every single map on Vanguard. I have no clue how I got through that, but I did play every single map and do every single Easter egg on Vanguard. That's another thing. I've done every single Easter egg for every single map too. So I just put veteran on the title because I thought it made me sound more professional, but I've literally been playing Zombies for more than half of my life, which is absolutely crazy to think about, that for more than half of my life I've been playing this game and they're still making it, and I am enjoying, I shouldn't say enjoying every second of it, because like I said, there were some stinkers like Vanguard, but I'm still playing it. How about I say that? I wanted to wait to make this guide a little bit so that I can actually get a lot of playtime in. I didn't want to just drop a guide right away like you see some people do, try to get content out right away. I decided to wait a while. This guide is coming out on Friday, exactly 2 weeks after Call of Duty Black Ops 6 launched, and as of the time of this recording, I've officially put 50 hours into the Zombies mode alone, where I have played 67 total games of Zombies. So basically you can say I played 50 hours, roughly 70 games, equally divided between the two maps. I've also completed the Easter egg on both maps. On Terminus, I've just done it once, but on Liberty Falls, I have done it a couple of times now. So with my credentials out of the way, and you could tell me that my opinion is absolute garbage. This is completely my opinion. I'm just telling you whose opinion you're getting, right? You can still hate my opinion, you can still call me an idiot, but I'm telling you exactly what I have done with how many hours I've put into the game and how Call of Duty Zombies as a franchise or game mode, I don't know what you want to call it, but Call of Duty Zombies as a whole arguably is my favorite just franchise and series video game wise of all time. I absolutely love Zombies. And so what exactly do I think about Black Ops 6? Well, I'm going to divide this into two different segments. I'm going to go over the engine as a whole, the game as a whole, and then I'm going to break down the two individual maps that we got at launch, Terminus and Liberty Falls. How do I feel about the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 engine and just the game in general? I think that just the game in general is really good. It is a lot of fun. I do have some cons, and I will get to the cons, but first I want to get the pros out of the way. Biggest thing for me is that the game actually came out really nice. What I mean by this is that the movement actually feels really nice, the guns feel really good. Black Ops 6 has this whole omni movement thing that you can put in Zombies, and that is a whole lot of fun, being able to tactical sprint and move like never before. Stamina up does kind of take a nerf from this, because I already feel really fast without stamina up because of the advanced movement that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has, so maybe you gotta buff stamina up a little bit for it. But the game feels great. The guns feel great, the game looks great, and especially there are no real game-breaking bugs. You remember Black Ops 4, when that crap came out at launch, it was garbage. You couldn't complete any of the Easter eggs, you got to like round 30 and it would kick you out. Black Ops 6 was an absolute disaster at launch, and it's really nice to see that when they're going back to a multiple map formula, two almost full-fledged maps, the game came out really nice, no game-breaking bugs, you could do the Easter egg right away. Just very nice to see that the game came out cleanly. You can tell that they took their time to make sure that the game actually came out how it's supposed to, which is something not a lot of games come out like anymore. How many times now in the last couple of years has a big game come out and it's crap at launch? Black Ops 6 is actually good at launch, at least from a there's no bugs any technical standpoint. Another pro, and this is one of the biggest things I've seen people say and feedback that I've also heard from my friends, is that the game itself just feels like an improved upon Cold War. Cold War was a game that Treyarch had less time to develop, and the devs of Black Ops 6 Zombies came out and said, there were a lot of things we were not able to do in Cold War that we were able to do in Black Ops 6, and it shows. Some things that they had in Cold War that they improved upon in Black Ops 6 are the trials, which I think are significantly better. I like the new arsenal system. I like the new salvage system. I like that they brought back weapon rarities. I thought that's cool. And what do I mean by all this stuff? First, SAM trials. The SAM trials are phenomenal. Back in Cold War, you could just purchase a trial and then you had to like upgrade in tier by completing trials. With the SAM trial, once every couple of rounds, you can activate the SAM trial. You complete it, you get an easy, a medium, and a hard reward. So your reward progresses based on what good you do the challenge. And then getting the top tier reward actually gives you some pretty good stuff. I've gotten ray guns a couple of times. You usually can get a perk. You get a bunch of salvage, a bunch of essence. It's really worth it to do the SAM trials, and I believe that the system as a whole, much better trial system than Cold War. I also like the arsenal machines that they've added, where the arsenal machines is strictly your guns. Where you pay salvage, that's another big thing. No more two types of salvage. Salvage is now just all one, which is a good thing. I'm glad that they don't have two types of salvage, it's just one type of salvage. You can use the salvage in the arsenal machine to either upgrade your weapon rarity, there's white, green, purple, orange, another one that I missed, blue. And you can also now put the ammo mods through the arsenal as well. No more ammo mods in Pack-a-Punch, because Pack-a-Punch now is back to classic Pack-a-Punch. You just walk up to it, Pack-a-Punch your gun. So again, they improved upon the Pack-a-Punch system in Cold War. They learned from what they did in Cold War, and they improved upon almost everything. There is one major thing that they changed in this game that I really hate, or probably one of my biggest cons, and I'll get to that when I get into the cons. But almost every single thing that they took from Cold War, they improved upon it, they learned what was good, what worked, what didn't work, and they improved upon the Cold War system, and they made it better. I also can't lie, I do not dislike that you can bring any gun in at the start. I know some people absolutely hate that, but in my personal opinion, just run a pistol. If you're like, I want to spawn in with a pistol and basically nothing, do it. Just spawn in with a pistol. It's nice that you can spawn in with any gun that you want for camo challenges, which is something that's been really fun as well. I've been really enjoying the camo grind in Black Ops 6 Zombies. It's a lot of fun. The challenges aren't stupid like in multiplayer. They make sense. Basically, all of them are just critical hit kills, and then each challenge beyond that, there's unique challenges for the guns, and I've been having a lot of fun with the camo grind, and it's nice being able to bring in any gun that you want. They also have the Mustangs and Sallys, which are absolutely broken in this game. And the final thing that they improved upon, I don't know if it's an improvement, but it's definitely not a worse system, is the augment system. Something that definitely is better about the augment system is that you just get to play the game to earn augments. There's no more of these 3 different types of crystals, and then you get all 5 of the perks that come with the perks. Now, I actually kind of really like this augment system where you have a minor augment and a major augment, where it really adds for some customization of what exactly do you want to do. You could do an all melee class, you could go for more health on Juggernaut, you can change how your alternate ammo types work, you can change how your field upgrades work, but you don't get it super overpowered. You only get one major. So like I said, there is customization. In Cold War, you just got all 5 of them, and you had to unlock each of them with different crystals, and that was just stupid. In this game, I like how you just get it from playing, and I also really like I said, the customization that comes with it, and you aren't overpowered and you don't get everything. You have to pick and choose, and it adds more choice to you, the player. I also really like the Gobblegums in this game. Well, there are things I like about the Gobblegums, things I don't like. Big thing I like about the Gobblegums is that you just get them from playing. You don't get Liquid Divinium and then have to spin for them. It just cuts out that step completely. You just play the game and you get gobblegums at random. Also, the gobblegums do not feel overpowered in this game. Yes, there are the really OP ones, but you get them at a lot less rate. Obviously, there's like near death and there's perkaholic, but honestly, I have not used gobblegums except for when I've done my Easter egg runs. Like, I could choose to run them to make my life easier, but I don't need to. You do not need to use gobblegums, where in Black Ops 3, you were always popping gobblegums. There were just some ones that absolutely just saved your life. Now, what I don't like about the gobblegums in this system is that, one, there are no classic gobblegums anymore. There aren't any gobblegums you just get for free. You do have to earn all the gobblegums. And two, why the hell do you have to earn whimsical gobblegums? Why aren't the whimsical gobblegums free? I really don't get why you have to earn gobblegums that literally do absolutely nothing for you, and you only get whimsical gobblegums through exfilling. It makes no sense. Why? I understand, okay, maybe you don't want classic, right? Why are the whimsical free? Why can't I just equip the 2 whimsical and use them whenever I want? That doesn't really make sense to me. That might be a dumb complaint, but it is a complaint I have. Why are there no classic gobblegums? Like I said, I can maybe kind of get that, but why are the whimsical gobblegums you have to earn? That makes no sense. They literally don't do anything. So just to recap all of my pros, like I said, the game feels really great. There are no game-breaking bugs. I really like that they improved upon basically every single thing from Cold War. Now that I've finished my pros, I have 2 big cons that can kind of be classified into one giant con. The big giant con that I have, and there's like some subdivisions of this and specific complaints that go into this. The game is really difficult and incredibly easy at the same time. What do I mean by this? Like I said, I have 67 games that I have played. I have only gone down and lost from going down in 3 of those games. And in one of those games, I can't lie, I finished the Terminus Easter egg on my 2nd try. I failed the boss fight the first time I did it. So my 67 games, I died during the boss fight once, and that means only twice I have actually lost the game from dying and going down. Every single time I've made it to the exfil and I either just failed the exfil, like I ran out of time, or I successfully made it. Every single time I've failed an exfil wasn't because I died, it's because I ran out of time trying to do the exfil. Because in the beginning, I just tried to do it naturally with my loadout and the guns that I had, and then I learned that it was almost impossible to do it on a high round with just your loadout, so I started using score streaks, and now since I've started using score streaks, it's literally impossible to fail. If you're on a chopper gunner or a mutant injection, you cannot fail the exfil. So in 67 games, I have 3 downs. Let me rephrase that. In games I've played with my friends, of course I've gone down more than that, but I have 3 downs that have officially ended my game, which, doing the math on that, is 4.4%. That means in 95.6% of my games, 95.6% of my games, I don't lose the game from going down. Like I said, the game is incredibly easy, but at the same time, it's really difficult. And let me start getting into these subsections that I was talking about. Like I said, that's my big complaint. The game is really easy, but really hard. And let me break down why. First major complaint, the armor system. I absolutely hate the armor system, I can't lie. Like, when I said that Black Ops 6 improved upon almost everything that Cold War did, this is the only thing it did not improve upon, is the armor system. Cold War had an armor system that I believe is much better than this armor system. I don't know how most people are, but I personally just liked the shield. I had no issue with the shield. I understand that people were saying, oh, well, I have to constantly go back and buy the shield. Well, now you're having to constantly go back and buy armor. The only difference is armor's more overpowered. Far more overpowered. I couldn't tell you how many times I've been playing Black Ops 6, got hit about 15 times, and did not go down. It is absolutely ridiculous. I couldn't tell you how many times I've gotten surrounded by a horde. I've said, oh, I'm completely screwed. I'm totally dead. And I take 15 hits, and I'm fine. It's absolutely ridiculous. How have we gone from 2 hits to 3 hits to 4 hits to now 18 hits. Where's the math? 2 hits in Black Ops 1 and 2. 3 hits in Black Ops 3. 4 hits in Black Ops 4. And now it feels like I can never go down because I have armor. Legit, every single time I go down, it's because I don't have armor. The second you lose armor, you're dead. Second you lose armor, you're dead. However, if you have tier 3 armor, and guess what? There's an augment where if you have Juggernaut, you can literally make your armor stronger. It's almost impossible to go down. You can get hit over 15 times and not go down. I also just hate how all game I feel like I'm just putting on armor plates. Why did you have to bring in armor plates? It didn't help zombies at all. I 100% believe that it was Call of Duty trying to bring in Warzone players. Oh, look at this system from Warzone. It's a system that you guys know. Look at the armor system. I understand that it was in Modern Warfare 3 zombies. That crap was garbage. That crap was absolute garbage. I did not like Modern Warfare 3 zombies one bit. And now you put the armor system in Black Ops 6, and it's like, what was wrong with Cold War's armor system? What was wrong with that? But instead now we have this garbage where I'm literally equipping armor plates all game. I couldn't tell you how much I spend my game looking for armor plates on the ground and making sure that I have full armor. I couldn't tell you how many times I've had to go to a crafting table just to pick up armor. This is not a better system than a shield at all. With armor, you are invincible. Like I said, the game is way too easy because of armor. But if I don't have armor on, I die right away. So it's not like I can just choose not to have armor. I have to have armor, because if you don't have armor, you die. So the game has basically come down to, how do I make sure I have armor at all times? It literally actually takes away from me focusing on the zombies, because I'm focusing on making sure I don't lose my armor. And that if I get low, to make sure I have reserves. But then, like I said, the armor makes you invincible, but then there's also some things that make the game really difficult. The main one, and like I said, my big issue too here, the boss zombies. There are 3 total boss zombies. There is 1 specialist and 2 elite, and there's a unique elite zombie per map. So you got Liberty Falls, which has the Mangler and the Abomination, and then you have Terminus, which has the Mangler and the Amalgam. Now, Terminus, I actually don't think it's that much of an issue, because I don't have an issue with the Amalgam. The reason I don't have an issue with the Amalgam is because he does not have a long-ranged attack. The Amalgam is a bullet sponge that if you get too close to you, it can pull you in and bite you. It's basically like the Mimic, except without the mimicking part of it. That's how I want to describe Amalgam. And you subtract the mimicking part, and it just has a lot more health. But I can deal with it from long range. The Manglers and the Abomination both have ranged attacks, and on Liberty Falls, it's just brutal. When I'm on round 30, and I have 3 Manglers and an Abomination spawned in, so I have to worry about the zombies that are trying to hit me from close range, and I got 3 Manglers who have lock-on cannons. Now, they're not lock-on when they shoot, but they're lock-on before they shoot, so you can't dodge the cannons before they shoot them. Once they shoot the cannons, you can dodge them. But I got 3 different Manglers from 3 different angles, all locking onto my position. I'm guaranteed to get hit. I'm guaranteed to get hit. And then I also got the Abomination I got to worry about too, who he also has an attack that can shoot you from long range and absolutely melt you. And then he also has a dash attack where he can come from a very far range, hit you, and then it stuns you if you get hit by his dash attack. So when Liberty Falls, every single person agrees upon, don't play the game past round 31. Maybe 36 if you're really feeling it. Nobody goes into the 40s. It is absolutely ridiculous. And you want to know the only way to get past the game in the 40s? Score streak spam. That is literally the high round strategy, is to spam score streaks, because after a certain point, the Manglers and the Abomination get so unbearable, where you're getting to round 50, 60, you're talking about 10 to 15 Manglers. Even more. It's brutal how many Manglers there are. And the worst part about it, it makes no sense why they're there for the story. I understand why the Amalgam's there. I understand why the Abomination's there. Why is a Russian soldier there? Why is a Russian soldier there? We're in Liberty Falls. We're in North America. I'm in North America. Why are the Manglers from Gorod Crovey here. Why are they here? It makes no sense that they're here. I understand why the Amalgam and the Abomination are here. Why are the Manglers here? There is no story for why the Manglers are there. They do not need to be there. The only reason they're there is because of the mutant injection. Believe me, the mutant injection is cool. I would gladly get rid of the mutant injection if it meant getting rid of the Manglers. So like I said, when you get into these late rounds, when you start getting into the 30s, 40s, you got the Manglers who have these lock-on cannons that are constantly hitting you, but like I said, the armor, your armor takes that, but then I'm just constantly focused on replenishing my armor. It's this never-ending cycle. If I'm getting hit by a long-ranged attack, I lose armor, I get armor back, and then it's just this back and forth cycle of you lose armor, gain armor, lose armor, gain armor, and I just gotta kill all these Manglers, and it sucks. So the game would be extremely difficult if it wasn't for this god tier armor system that literally just protects you from everything and makes it almost impossible to go down. So those are my complaints. What I would do personally is nerf armor, nerf how many hits it takes with armor. If you want to keep the armor system, I don't like it, and in fact, if you nerf armor, that just means you have to put on even more armor plates. So I think the solution altogether is just don't even have this armor system. Put in Cold War's armor system. That's my solution to this, where it's just one giant armor plate that you just go replenish instead of 3 armor plates that you're constantly replenishing, or bring back the shield. One of those two is better. This armor system's trash. I don't think there's any way to fix it unless you also nerf the zombies as well. Like, nerf everything. Nerf the armor, and then nerf the amount of Manglers that you get, because it's brutal. You get your first Mangler on about round 11 on Liberty Falls, and then it kind of skips around until the 20s, and then starting on round 20, you're getting a Mangler every single round, then 25, you're getting 2 Manglers around, 30, you're getting 3 to 4 Manglers around, and it's just a never-ending progression system, where each round you're getting 1 more Mangler than the last round. It's like, good God, please stop. Those are my only 2 big flaws, like I said, and it's one overarching flaw. The game is incredibly way too easy, and they try to patch it by making it way too hard as well, but the armor is so busted that they're patched to make it more difficult with all these Manglers spawning in. It just makes the game annoying. I dread going past round 31. In fact, there's no reason to go past round 31 unless you're trying to do a high round, but if you're trying to level up your guns, do camos, which I've personally been doing, no reason to go past round 31. Now, let me quickly break down each map. I don't want this video to be too long because everything I've just said now applies to both maps, but let me get into the map specifics here. Let's start off with Liberty Falls. Liberty Falls is honestly a lot better than I thought it was going to be. You saw all these things beforehand, calling it literally Liberty Balls and how it's going to be garbage. Liberty Falls actually is a really good map. I only have 2 negative things about the map that I haven't already talked about. 2 map-specific things. First one, I'm going to get it out of the way. Yes, the map does lack quote-unquote aura. It definitely doesn't feel like I am playing a zombies map. Now, I've gotten used to it, and the map itself is great, so it kind of gets a pass for that, but it does not feel like a zombies map. And honestly, I feel like this would literally be fixed if they just made the map darker. It's so insane, but it's like the middle of daytime, and I'm just in this random town, man. I understand it from story purposes because that does make sense. I literally just wish it was a little bit darker. Like, I'm not scared at all. I understand that they do have some surroundings that I actually think is really cool. I think it's actually really cool that there's zombies around the map that you can find. Like, you'll find, there's multiple zombies that are trapped underneath a car. Or you could literally turn a corner and see 2 zombies eating a dead body. That's actually really cool. Like I said, there are some things on the map that are really awesome that you can see and interact with. I just wish the map was darker, and I know that's just such a lame complaint, but I agree with it. It literally is so unzombies-like, they turned it into a damn multiplayer map. It doesn't feel like I'm playing zombies. Or the map itself does not feel like a zombies map. Like I said, the map itself is great, But that is an issue, right? That is an issue that I'm playing zombies and I'm playing Liberty Falls, and it doesn't feel like I'm playing zombies. It feels more like I'm playing, you know, the Modern Warfare 3 campaign or DMZ or Modern Warfare 3 zombies, you know? Even though it is round-based, it definitely looks and feels a lot more like some of the older garbage that we've been getting from Modern Warfare 3. My second complaint is that I hate the middle area and how that is blocked off. I hate how if I want to get from the bowling alley to... I just hate that giant truck in the middle. And I know that sounds so stupid, but I spend a lot of time around Speed Cola there, and I just kind of hate how you just have to go around it. It's just a nuisance. Like, I feel like that should just be opened up. I don't really know why it's not opened up, to be honest. I just don't like that it limits... It forces you to go in a certain direction in the middle there. And that's such a small complaint because you can travel around the entirety of the map in a circle. However, to cut across the circle, you can't. You have to go around the circle, if this makes any sense to you. You spawn in here, you can travel around the map like this, but you can't cut just straight through the middle. You have to travel around. You have to go from the bowling alley to the church, and then to the bank. You can't just cut through the middle. You can't just cut through Main Street. Main Street is cut off, and I feel like that just kind of limits you a little bit, and I'm just not a fan of that. I hate that I'm having to just travel in a big damn circle to just pick up all these things. Honestly, I just do it in one go, where I get a ton of points on like round 10, 11, and then I just get everything I want in one swoop, because it's not easy. Like, I have to go out of my way and make this circle to get all of the perks that I want to get. But that's my only real complaint. I just wish the map was darker, and I wish that giant truck blocking off the center of the map wasn't there. Besides that, like I said, I think it's a great map. Like I said, I love that there's those little just zombies around the map that you can interact with. And from a lore perspective of it is a random town that just got randomly overturned and you're trying to fix it, you know, it makes sense. It fits that atmosphere, and it feels exactly like that. Just, I wish it didn't feel like Modern Warfare 3 or a multiplayer map. I wish it felt like a zombies map. I don't dislike the pack-a-punch on this map. I know it's boring, but this is kind of what we knew Liberty Falls was going to be. When I was going into this, I was assuming Terminus would be Shadows of Evil, and Liberty Falls would be the Giant. And Liberty Falls is actually a really in-depth map. Yes, it's a smaller map, a quote-unquote survival map, but it's much bigger and much more complex than most survival maps that we've gotten. In fact, it's actually got a full-fledged Easter egg. This map reminds me a lot of D Machine in a lot of ways. It's kind of a smaller map that has a pretty easy Easter egg that you can complete, but in Cold War, D Machine was the main starting map. Liberty Falls is the second map that's supposed to back up Terminus. I'm comparing Liberty Falls to D Machine. I still think D Machine's a little bit better than Liberty Falls, but Liberty Falls is on par with Cold War's starting map. I think that's all you really need to know about it. And then we got Terminus, which is exactly what I wanted from a zombies map. It feels literally like a zombies map. The map feels so good. The only issue that I have with Terminus, and I only have one, is that the islands, I don't want to say are useless, but you could go an entire game without having to travel to the islands at all. The islands are non-essential. There are things on the island, like I know there's a tier 3 armor station there, but there's also tier 3 armor down in the biolabs. The only real things that are out there that you would ever go to the island for are, there's 2 mega stuffy parts, and there's the Wonder Fizz. That's it. That's the only reason you're going to ever go and try, and the Easter egg, So if you're doing the Easter egg, the islands are important. But in just a normal round-based game, the only reason you would go out there is for the mega stuffy parts and for Wonder Fizz. But all 8 perk machines are on the main big HUD area, the big island, and then there's the smaller islands that are out. So the big main island that you're on has all 8 perk machines. Literally the only reason I've ever found myself going to other islands is sometimes like the box is there, or sometimes a SAM trial will spawn there. But honestly, when I'm playing the game and me and my friends see the SAM trials there, we just say, we're good. We don't even go to the SAM trial there. So literally, unless you're doing the Mega Stuffy Easter egg to help you survive for 5 extra rounds, or if you're trying to go to the mystery box, that's it. There's almost no reason to go to any of the small islands. I've played many games where I haven't gone to the small island. I guess if you're trying to do the free wonder weapon, you do have to go to the small island. But again, like I said, if you're playing a casual game, I'm not getting the wonder weapon if I'm just going around 31 anyways. Yes, if I was trying to high round, I would. Like I said, in most games, I didn't go out to the islands at all. But there's many things I love about this map. Yes, like I said, the islands is the only big complaint I have. That I could go, there's no reason for me to go there. There honestly isn't. I can do everything on the main island except a couple of things, so I really have no reason to go to the islands, and in a lot of my games, I never travel to the islands. Now, I love the atmosphere of the map. This map's actually dark. It actually feels exactly like a zombies map. I like how we bust out and you can immediately see zombies killing Project Janus agents. I really like the Easter egg on this map and the story that comes with the Easter egg. Now, after the Easter egg is a little bit different, and I'm going to make a separate video on that, on my opinion on the zombies story, or at least where it's headed. I like where the story is now, but I'm worried about where the zombie story could potentially be heading. I definitely have some issues there, but playing the Easter egg itself, the story that came with the Easter egg, this and Liberty Falls, was both a lot of fun. I really love the Pack-a-Punch on this game. I love how it's a moving Pack-a-Punch, but it's just on a platform and you can choose to move it yourself. I really love the Pack-a-Punch on this game. The map just flows together really nice. Like I said, the Pack-a-Punch, you can use it to get up and down, and it's on that moving platform. There are multiple areas for you to train if you want to train. There isn't really any camping spots, but this isn't really a camping game. In both maps, you aren't camping, you are training. Mainly because of the boss spam, you can't stand in one place because the Manglers and the Abomination would absolutely destroy you, and in this map, the Amalgam would. You can't camp, you literally can't camp in this game. But I don't really have much to say about Terminus. I think that it's better than Liberty Falls, not by much, but that's because Liberty Falls is such a good map. The map flows very well, it looks really nice, I love the atmosphere of the map, love the Pack-a-Punch system of the map, I love all the side Easter eggs on this map and Liberty Falls. Both maps have some phenomenal side Easter eggs. There is just so much to do on this map. And I love the story that comes with it as well. And I love that you actually have 4 operators now that actually have dedicated voice lines. And the story is actually pretty cool completing the Easter egg. Now, with all that being said, if I had to rate this game just based on the 2 maps we have gotten and how the launch has gone, like I said, I've only played it for 2 weeks, but I put 50 hours into it. Right now, I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10 if I had to rate it. For the most part, there's a lot of things I like. There's just this big overlapping issue of it's impossible to die because of armor. And I feel like I'm putting on armor way too much, and way too much of my time is focused on allocation to the armor system. Besides that, though, not too many big complaints. A lot of fun. Just need to somehow fix that. I don't know how Treyarch is. It might not be something they can fix because armor is just a big part of the game. We'll see what happens. This is, like I said, an improved upon Cold War. They've improved upon Cold War in a lot of ways. Both the maps are really damn good at launch. Very, very solid maps. Both of them are at least B tier or higher maps. They're definitely both above average. I have to play them more to figure it out. Like I said, I like Terminus more. If I had to say, like, Terminus is like an A-, Liberty Falls is like a B+, but that's just kind of off the eye test and the field test so far. It could change. Anyways, guys, that's been my Zombies Veterans opinion on Black Ops 6 Zombies. If you liked Cold War, this is a better Cold War, so I'd highly recommend you get this game. Even if it's just for the zombies and then the campaign, I would highly recommend it if you liked Cold War Zombies. If you are a BO3 meat writer, which, believe me, BO3 is the best zombies game, do not get me wrong, but I don't think anything's going to beat BO3 zombies. We just have to accept that. This is the new age era of zombies. But if you only like BO3 zombies, if you aren't into this new crap because you're a hardcore fan, you aren't going to like this, but I believe it's really fun. I feel like a vast majority of people would like this game. Like I said, 7.5 out of 10. you guys agree with my opinions, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.